Hey everyone, the orange-haired Julie here. I am going to do my eyebrows again for you. I think I did a picture tutorial once, but I'm going to try this whole video business. So first things first, what I am working with, they're really sparse, really thin, not a whole lot of substance, and a fuck ton of breakouts. So ignore that. So what I will do first is I use an eyeshadow primer. This is a really cheap one. I think it's like somewhere between $1 and $3 by ELF. It's just a shadow primer. Put a little bit in each brow, whatever. Okay. And then I just kind of like dab it in there a little bit more. And then I take, I have this awesome brush that I got in one of my BoxyCharm monthly bags. It is by Bodyography Pro, and I use this end for like my eye powders, for my eyebrows, and then this is the spoolie end. So you always want to comb straight up, and then straight across, up and over, up and over. Now I am on the tail end of a brow journey here, folks, so they're not as tidy as they normally would be, but I'm trying to grow the back end because I have some naked spots. But you can adjust the way that you brush your eyebrow hairs that are actually there, all 12 of mine, to cover really sparse spots. Straight up. Alright, so now that they're kind of orderly, I'm going to take my eyebrow pen, which is somewhere. Okay, this is just a cheap CoverGirl eye maker's pencil. This is in soft brown. I lost my $18 Brow Wiz and taupe, and that is my jam, and hopefully someday I find it because I really love it. But anywho, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to outline, 2 minutes in and I haven't even started my eyebrows. I'm going to outline the bottom. Soft, really light feathery strokes. I'm going to show you what you're not going to want to do. I'll show you over here. See that? See how hard I pushed and that like how it's like sticking into my eyebrows? That's not what you want. Over here, soft, feathery strokes filling in the naked spots, underlining the bottom, and I will I'll outline, rather, not underline. I'll outline here at the tail. Don't worry about making the shape perfect because we'll clean the shape up in a little bit. And then the top of the tail. See the difference with that? How I push there and how I'm pushing over here. Okay. Now I'm going to kind of start at the outside of the brow to line the top because I want it to be really soft. In the middle. Keep this. Okay, see, this is my normal. This is what I do when I'm doing my brows, so that I can make sure that the skin is really tight and the pencil glides on smoothly. Alright. Alright, so I kind of filled in everything with light feathery strokes, making sure not to press too hard so that it's not really waxy and gross. And just depending on how good of a job I do that day, I might brush it out. I don't really think it needs much brushing out, but we'll just do it for the sake of doing it. Okay, so now I'm going to take the angled brush end of my Bodyography Pro eyebrow brush here, and I'm going to just get that off of there. Alright. And I'm only going to do one, but here is the powder that I use. It's Bodyography, and it's the Essential Trio. You've got like the blonde, the soft brown, and the dark brown. I pretty much use these two only, pretty much. But I'm just going to kind of like dab it in to the blonde a little bit, and then I'm going to dab ever so slightly into the brown and blow. Now I'm going to show you. Don't drag it across. Dab it in, starting in the outside corner there. Never dab it on heavy on the inner corner. Don't do that. because then you'll get them boxy ass brows. And I personally do not like the way they look on my face. So I do not want that look. Although sometimes it's hard to not end up that way when you're heavy-handed. Okay, so now I'm just kind of like feathering in this darker line down here, blending it up. Adding a little bit more to the tail. Not really dragging, more like dabbing it in. Feathery strokes up. Dab it in more. Okay. Check out the difference there. But we is not done. So now that I have pretty much the amount of powder that I'm going to need, I may touch it up at the end, but now what we're going to do is we're going to clean up the shape. We like crisp, clean brows. So I'm going to take my Anastasia Beverly Hills Pro Pencil Eyeshadow Primer and Color Corrector. This is my bitch because I outline my brows with this every single time I do my brows. I'm just going to give it a quick sharpen. Alright, check this out. Raise those brows and just, it's like outlining here. Careful with your tail, don't bitch it up. Alright. And then I just kind of do like really soft outline here at the top, and then I usually will draw a little bit there towards the middle, towards the outside. So now I just take a fluffy eye all over shadow brush and blend that down. And I have made other brow videos before. That was before I pretty much like perfected the shape and way to do my brows. Because I pretty much there for a while just went through shape after shape after shape for my brows, but I finally found one that I feel is fairly normal, or fairly natural rather, not normal. What's normal about me? Fairly natural looking, and it doesn't take as much product because I've got more hair there now that I stopped plucking them to death. Now, make sure you get as close as you can to your brow. This shit needs really to be blended a lot. Okay. Alright, and I don't have any foundation or anything on, so just ignore that. Alright, now for the outside. First I'm going to just blend this stuff all around. I'm just going to get a little bit closer each time, and then I'm just gonna fade it out. Light feathery strokes up, light feathery strokes up. This gives that like really nice natural gradient. I sometimes will call them Instagram eyebrows, whatever you want to call them. It's my drag queen trick, and I give not a single care because I think they look fiance. Obviously. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to take my spoolie here and just kind of comb everything over a little bit. Blend it a little bit more. Just really lightly dragging it across. And then when it seems to be like not really like giving as much blend as you're wanting, you can dab. Well, first I'm going to like take the excess off. I'm going to dab into the blonde a little bit. And now I'm just going to kind of dab, 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 dab. Dabbing is the trick. Do not like do this. Dab it in. Dab that motherfucker. Okay. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much what I do, and then sometimes I will use my Maybelline Brow Drama Sculpting Brow Mascara just to keep everything in place if I'm feeling ultra primpy. Just kind of comb that in a little bit. All that time, and I've only done one eyebrow. Poor Landon. Alright, so there's the difference. You can see how it kind of transforms my face. Like I actually have a frame for my eyes, because there's just like nothing there. So I hope you like it. Pretend that I still look fabulous. Yeah, cool.